That's right, TV series. And this time I'm doing on Ash versus Evil Dead. What? Episode 1, El Jefe. Now, which means the boss for non-Spanish people. And you know what? For Evil Dead, I decided to be drinking. I'm drinking some Shock Top, Honey Crisp Apple Wheat, to be exact. Delicious. All right, now I've been real excited for the show. Super glad it's out, and this is a direct sequel to the 3 Evil Dead movies. Well, 2 Evil Dead and 1 Army of Darkness, but not to be confused with the new movie, which I do not think they are planning yet to link to, although that may happen. You never know. Sam Raimi does what he wants. And so, the first episode was cool. It was directed by Raimi. It sets the tone of the show, and right away there's some style points that I like to point out. Whenever the Evil Dead want to make their presence known with premonitions, that there's a lighting change when the Evil Dead are trying to speak to Ash or any of the other characters. And I thought that was cool, interesting, and awesome. Another thing I like to talk about, basically the premise of this show is it's been 30 years and Ash is still Ash. He's kept off the grid basically, with the exception of working at Value Stop, and he lives in a trailer park, but he's still freaking awesome. You know what? There's been no talk about the robot ham from Army of Darkness, although he does kind of have the mount from Army of Darkness. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it broke. I don't know. Considering Ash invented robotic hands, I don't know how that specifically is going to work. But basically, the Ash gets messed up, gets high one night with some chick that he's banging, and accidentally reads the spell to bring them to life. Oops. And so the Evil Dead has found Ash once again. We get characters. It's not just Ash being Ash. We have let's see, we got Pablo, right? And it's sort of like Ash's sidekick in this. Basically, he's a co-worker whose I think uncle was like a witch doctor type dude, and so he has that connection to the occult, and foretold of El Jefe, who would battle the evil, which is Ash. And then we have his best friend, Amanda, Kelly, and she's sort of like this cool little metal chick, and she's kind of tough and spunky, and the banner between all these characters is very good. We also get introduced to a female cop by the name that one's Amanda, and Lucy Lawless, Xena, is Ruby. So basically, let's set the stage. So Ash f's up and causes all this shit to be unleashed once again, which is awesome. And then we get Kelly's character, right? The character of Kelly. She's a cop sent to investigate. Basically, the darkness took the chick that Ash banged first, and there's awesome scenes there, and just the way the cinematography worked, and the lighting, and the way they did the camera angles with the blood splatter, very cool stuff. It just looked like they had fun doing it, and it comes across very stylistically pleasing, and it was just very good stuff. Now, it feels like an Evil Dead, you know what I mean? It feels like an Army of Darkness. It feels right, this show. And so, she goes through her thing. Her partner dies. They have to kill a couple of Deadites. She has to kill a couple of Deadites, and she does. But now people think she's crazy. And she runs into Lucy Lawless's character a little later on. And, You don't know anything about her except for that one interaction, and obviously, Xena is going to be a main character. And it was when the darkness was trying to mess with the Cox character, and Lucy Lawless is like, yeah. She's like, I don't know. I've seen some things. I can't trust my eyes now. So there's nothing wrong with your eyes. Just trust me in that when she leaves. So, and there's that dynamic, and then the cop realizes she wasn't crazy, and now is going forward, try to figure out what the hell's going on. At the same time, things are getting worse for old Ashy Boy. Now, Ash has a plan. He's going to go talk to this occult book guy he looked up a few years ago, and from there, he wants to hopefully find a way to say a spell that'll close off the evil once and for all, and that's his plan. But he goes to work to get his paycheck, and that doesn't work out. His boss tells him you can't fire him, but you gotta work the whole day. So he works the whole day with Pablo, and that's when we meet the other character, and what was her name? Ashley, I think? Or Kelly, there we go. Kelly and Amanda. I'm getting these chicks' names confused. Alright, so Kelly. And so basically things go wrong, and there's an awesome scene where Ash fights, and it was hilarious. Fights a doll, and Pablo kills it, and then Ash is trying to run from his destiny. That's the idea. He wants to escape it before it catches up to him. And then towards the end, it does. Kelly's father is in trouble because her mom, who died, is coming back from the dead, and then they go. Kelly and Pablo go to get Ash for help, who's already gone back to his trailer, and that's where the Deadites come for him, the evil, and Ash becomes Ash again. He gets awesome. He gets the chainsaw and he gets his boomstick. He just starts being Ash, and 2 kills before the end, and that's pretty much the episode. Like, it's him getting his stuff back. It ends with him saying "Groovy baby." That's classic Ash. Now, basically, I love this. 5 out of 5 with me for the first episode. It hit every point you wanted to hit. It was funny as hell. The action was good. The suspense was good. The gore was great. It really got you going, and the story is intriguing. I mean, this first episode was enough to warrant a second season from Starz, I believe. So, that stuff is great. Now, I'm super excited for the show, man. I've been waiting for the sequel to this for a long time, like everybody else. So if you're a fan of the show, a fan of the movies, you're going to be a fan of this. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Again, 5 out of 5. I mean, it's very rare to label a first episode like that, but it just felt so right. And again, directed by Sam Raimi. So what more can you ask for? But that's enough out of me on this episode. Again, just great episode. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing out.